Forex Basics. Let's look at some basics so we can create a great foundations for the classes to come. And with this class, you should actually understand a lot of things, such as 1. We've seen that the symbols are written as USD. So there are 3 symbols that represent the actual currency. Okay, so USD will then, the first 2 letters will then represent the country that we're talking about. Okay, and then the last letter will then represent the currency that we're talking about. So it's obvious in this case we're looking at the United States. All right, and the currency here is then obviously your dollar, or as they love to say it, the almighty dollar. Those guys are so dramatic. Then let me give you another example. We can then have your G. What happened there? Your GBP, which is then obviously GBP stands for great, the B is for British, and the P is then the currency, which is then the pound. Great British Pound. Now obviously if you've been trading for a while, you've realized that they're not all the same, or some of them don't make sense. I asked my mentor, like, why do we have ZAR? Aren't we supposed to be SAR? Alright, and he said to me, yeah, so it's obvious that someone obviously already signed up with SAR, right, which is the Saudi Arabian Riyal. So they registered their currency first, so they got this symbol. Alright, so we had to default with this one here, which could mean Zuma African Rand. I'm joking, which is then why, this is the reason why this then became Southern African. And then obviously the last one there becomes Rand. Okay, so obviously some countries missed out on registering the perfect symbol because of other countries, which is not bad. But if you go on Google right now and you start searching about currency symbols and names, you get a whole list of the world standard way of naming the currencies, so you won't be missing out, or you won't know what a currency means. Another thing that we've noticed, that currencies move in pairs, right? There's always one currency versus the other currencies, which simply means that Forex is a battle between economies. So in this case, we've got the United States economy on your left versus the Japanese economy on your right. And we just want to know who's doing better compared to the other one. Again, that's what Forex is all about. So obviously, key point, you've got a currency on the left, you've got a currency on the right. Okay, always remember that. The currency then on your left is known as your base currency, which simply means that there's always one of those. Right? There's always one. So in this case, it's the dollar. So we have $1. The one on your right is then has to give a quotation of the value of the currency on your right, which simply means then the yen became your code currency, quotation, quote. Right, so then it'll be something that looks like this, that for $1 you have to pay 109,278 yens, for instance. Okay, and whenever a trader is referring to what's the price on USD yen, they're usually referring to the quote price. Right, so they're referring to this because we always know the one on the left is obviously 1. So when we say give me the price, we're talking about the quote price. What price are we sitting on there? Then another important part on this left and right is that the currency in your left is always known as your bull currency, and the one on your right is known as your bear currency. Now, to remember this and why they were named like this, I love to look at how they attack. So you know that when a bull attacks an individual, it will then go by the horns, grab them by the underwear, and just throw them in the sky. So bulls actually represent an upward moving trend, right? So your charts as a bull must go up, okay, which simply means the price must go up for a bull to make money. And the bear, when it attacks, it actually stands up and then it claws the individual down, right? So it uses its palms, right, by standing up. So a bear attacks by sending the victim, or in this case the chart, downwards, right? So chart is going down, right, or price is going down, one in the same thing, right? Now the most important thing is then understanding how to become a bull and how to become a bear, right? Which then brings us that if you press that buy button, so when you buy, you are then saying that I am supporting an upward movement, or I want to become a bull, or I'm the base currency, or I'm investing in the dollar. It's one in the same thing. So as soon as you press those buttons, you've confirmed that you're on the left, or with the currency on your left. And then if you press sell, you are then saying I'm gonna be making money as the charts go down, and I'm a bear in this market. Okay, that's what it simply means. The buy and sell, you're just basically choosing which currency you for. Buy for the left, sell for the currency on your right. So those are very important basics. Now that you know what buying and selling means, like what it really means, it's just choosing a currency and hoping that the one that you chose is the one for you. So I want you guys to leave me your comments. I hope I broke it down well. I've put things into perspective. You now understand what buying and selling means, what long and short means. Okay, so this is long, this is also known as short. Okay, one and the same thing. It's just going up and down. And if you get that, you'll understand a lot, because there's a lot more information to come that will literally benefit you. So yeah, leave me your comments. Tell me if I did well on this one. If I left out anything that you'd like to know, leave me the comments below. I will make videos. I love making these videos. Until I see you next time, peace.